Hey y'all, it's me, April Kamaya, and you have reached my second episode of my podcast called April After Dark, Raw and Uncut. If you are at home, in the car, or at work, just come listen to an unedited version of me that will focus on topics such as sex, relationships, friendships, dating, and social media. So if you like what you hear, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, or share my videos and help grow with me. So, today, you guys, we are going to be hitting the subject of friendships. And I'm kind of going to mix that up with reality TV because, in particular, I want to talk about Kenya and Marlo from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So, you guys might not know, but the past episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta aired, season 14, episode 10, I think. And so we're going to get into the discussion of friendship. And if you have watched the show, you have seen the up and down relationship between Kenya and Marlo. So this is not going to be a typical review of the show, but I will get into the things that I want to get into that happened on the episode, okay? And then I'm going to kind of dive into, Kenya and Marlo's situation. So, to begin the episode, we started off with Candy and Kenya getting together. And of course, we all know that they have daughters around the same age. I think Candy's daughter Blaze is 2, and I think Kenya's daughter Brooklyn is 3. So they're still, close in age. So that's perfect. They go to this bounce house and just have a cute play date. So, that scene was cool. They got into a little bit of the Marlo situation. Candy actually running her mouth, uh, telling Marlo's business about Marlo kicking her nephews out, which I think Candy should have kept that to herself. For one, you already know Marlo and Kenya don't even get along, so why would you tell that information to her? I know it's a show, but again, I don't see why you would do that. But we'll see how that goes when Marlo finds out. We get into Kenya talking about her business. We know that she has a hair care line, Kenya Moore Hair Care. And she just kind of talked about, the shipping issues that she's having. And I guess the manufacturer is in China. And so she's now going to look for a local distributor, which will help tremendously. So I have no doubt that Kenya will get it together and she will expand and take it to a whole nother level. And she also hired a COO. So, of course, that is definitely needed. But I am going to give big props to Kenya Moore because she has been running her business by herself. And she's already in CVS and Sally's. And she didn't have a CEO, COO. She didn't have a manager. She didn't have anything. So big ups to Kenya for making that happen without any help. Let's see, what else do we have? What happened in the scene? Okay, so we have a scene where, and it might not be in no particular order because I don't remember when it happened. But we get a scene where Marlo's sister comes to the house because we already know that Marlo kicked out her nephews. And I guess she wanted to show her sister how her nephews room were, how they left it, the damage they were doing. I guess Marlo wants sympathy. I guess she wants someone to feel sorry for her. And she's not going to get it from me. So basically, she showed her sister the hole that one of the boys did. The room is dirty, has clothes everywhere. That's typical of teenage boys. I'm not sure about, well, I know hitting walls and making holes in walls, that's not normal. So they definitely need to be getting some counseling, therapy, anger management, something. So that's not a good thing. But yeah, Marlo, that wasn't a good look for you to kick out your nephews. I've been seeing a lot of people defend you. But I just can't give you that. We're all first time moms at one point, and so we can't use the excuse, well, I have never been a mom before, so I can understand how she's feeling. Well, a first time mom has never been a mom before, right? So the feelings that they have once the baby here, it is what it is. I've never been a mom, but I have to deal with it. They're here. I can't kick out my kids for 30 days because I need a break. That just doesn't work that way. And yes, they are not her kids, but they are her nephews. So they're still blood, okay? They're still blood, and you took on the responsibility of being a parent, a legal guardian, right? So that means you need to step up to the plate. And all this bitching you doing is really irritating me because there's a whole bunch of single moms out there who is doing it with no problem, and even with problems, they doing it. They're not shipping them off to their sisters or brothers or whatever because they just want a break. I have been online. I've heard that she still doesn't have her boy, so I'm not really particular sure at this point. So it might seem like she just had them for a storyline because I don't get it. But anyway, we get a scene where the girls are meeting up together to go head to the cabin. Of course, Marlo invited them the last episode to a trip to the cabin. Was it Blue Ridge? I think they were going to. So, who was it? Candy, Monietta, and Drew met up, I believe, at Candy's house. Marlo sent him a car, very nice car. Don't remember what it was. They weren't able. Oh, and she sent them some food to eat, but apparently they're not able to eat in the car. So of course, Candy loves food. Mostly everyone loves food. So they decided to go back to the house for about an hour, and eat before they got in that car. So I thought that was pretty funny because I would have did the same thing. I'm eating. I'm not about to smell this chicken in this car and not eat it. Okay. And I actually heard a little fun fact that I think Candy said that when they got back to the car, the driver was angry with them. She was mad because I guess, a driver has itineraries, they have places to go, and so that hour set her back. So I wish they would have kind of showed that, I like seeing little things like that, like breaking the fourth wall a little bit, like they do in Ultimate Girls Trip. I want them to do that on Real Housewives of Atlanta. But yeah, let's see what else. And then we get the scene, of course, with Marlo and Sheree in the car. Don't really remember what they were talking about. I think the issue, Marlo doesn't understand what her issue is with Kenya. Marlo, girl, what are you talking about? You start everything. You hit below the belt. You're mean. You're vindictive. You're a mean-spirited person for no reason. And you don't understand what the problem is between you and Kenya? This season, we're not talking about other seasons, because I see on a lot of stuff online too, which is really getting on my nerves, where they keep saying, well, Kenya was like this for years. Kenya was like this with this person for seasons. And nah. We're not fucking talking about other seasons. We're not talking about other people. We're talking about the friendship between her and Marlo. Kenya and Marlo. That's who we talking about. Okay, so we can't bring incidents of what I did to somebody else. Did I do that to Marlo? Okay, so that's what we need to stop doing. We're talking about two people, Marlo and Kenya. What is the issue? What did Kenya do to you to make you so mad that every time she's in the room, you're squirming? Every time she's in the room, you looking away. Every time she's in the room, you got something to say. Marlo, you jealous. You envious, girl. You got all that money, supposedly, allegedly, and you worried about the next bitch. Girl, find some other business to care about. Matter of fact, worry about them nephews that you kicked out. That's the big thing that everybody should be telling you. You need to worry about them nephews before you come my way. All right. So they get to the cabin. Really, I'm gonna skip the game. They did, you know how they do games to pick the rooms. Think it's stupid. Marlo had things on the candle that she thought represented the women. To me, it was shady. I didn't like it. But everyone gives Marlo a pass for everything. Everything she does, it could be shady or whatever, but I think everyone just kind of chalks it up to, oh, that's Marlo. She had a hard past and blah, blah, blah. She grew up in a foster care, that's the excuse for Marlo's behavior. But anyway, they pick their rooms. Okay. They tell Marlo tells them, okay, you have 15 minutes to get ready. We about to go to dinner. So we get to the dinner scene. What happened in the dinner scene? Because there really wasn't nothing happening in this episode. Sonya arrives because I guess she was doing a deal with iFit or whatever, and she comes in and kind of steals Marlo's thunder a little bit because she invites them to Jamaica and this whole big trip, so they're excited about that. And let's see, Marlo. Okay, so we get a scene. This is the last scene of the episode. Kenya, obviously, we already knew she was coming. She said she wasn't coming on the trip. She ended up coming. So she's texting Candy, is anyone talking about me? Girl, no. Ain't nobody talking about you. Get your ass in the scene. But anyway, so Candy excuses herself and goes get Kenya. Kenya comes in. Of course, everyone is super excited to see Kenya. Like, it's so refreshing. Like, you guys, you don't understand. Kenya is my favorite housewife. And actually, she's one of my favorite famous people, celebrities that I actually, like, follow. Like, behind Will Smith, she's probably, like, my second favorite person ever. And, what was I saying? What was at the dinner scene? Yeah, came in. Yeah, so basically, Kenya comes in, makes her entrance. And, of course, Marlo is, bothered by it, but she kind of acts like it. But the bottom line is, Kenya's not staying at the house. She got her own house. She's saying Brooklyn might be there. Brooklyn might not be there. She act like she don't know where she is. Okay, whatever, Kenya. So Marlo is like, okay, well, you don't want to stay at the house with us, then you can't participate in any of the festivities. And Kenya's like, what are you talking about? I'll be enjoying everything, but thank you, though. But Marlo reiterated that, no, if you're not staying at the house, you cannot participate in activities. And I'm like, what are you talking about, Marlo? First of all, Real Housewives, Bravo pays for the trip. Okay. Second of all, why are you so worried that she doesn't want to stay in the house? If somebody that I don't want or like is my enemy, friend, whatever you want to call it, doesn't want to stay at the house, I'm going to let them be where they at. I'm going to be like, all right. I mean, like, what's the big deal? I'm going to be at my house with all the girls. We're going to have our fun. And if you want to stay at another house at night and come during the day to festivities, I don't see the problem. Like, I'm not about to control no other bitch. Like, I'm not going to do it. It's not that serious. I know how to ignore you. I know how to make you seem like you're invisible, where you got a question like, am I in the room? Because she is not paying attention to me. Like, that's how bad I will ignore you, Marlo. So all this, like, stupid game, it doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? People online talking about, oh, Kenya, she just needs to stay in the house. Why? Why should she stay in the house? We have 2 incidents where Marlo, like, low-key entered into my space and made me uncomfortable, where, like, fuck you, no, I'm not staying with you or my daughter. Do you guys not remember in the Drop It with Drew in the gym where she stepped up, actually came up into my space like you gonna do something? I don't care if you had your hands behind your back. You step up to me, you know what's up. Shit, I'm black. Like, you know what's up. You step into me. Ain't no my hands behind my back, nothing. You step up, you run up and see what happened. Okay? So that's the first episode. I think the episode before this one, or the one before that, 8 or 9, they toasting and Marlo goes over to Kenya. Damn near looked like she about to pour the drink over. And Candy was the one that was like, I don't like this. Why would Candy say that? If it was nothing, if it was no big deal, why would Candy even step up and say something like that? Marlo be playing too damn much, okay? And I really hope that Kenya did not go and stay in the house. I really hope that she went to the regular house she went to and rented, and she just joins in, with whatever activity they got going. Because Marlo is on some bullshit, and she gonna make you want to hurt her ass. Like, for real. Like, you done got in my space more than one occasion, okay? You act like you don't like me by your actions. You talk about me like a dog, like you don't like me. And you want me to stay in the same house with you with my daughter? Get the fuck out of here. I ain't got time for that. Like, the way y'all treat friendships is weird to me. Like, none of my friendships operate like this at all. Okay? If I don't like you, I'm not being around you. If I don't like you, I'm not talking to you. You know, and I understand this is a show, because I literally look at this show every week like it's a show. Like, some of the stuff I would be like, nah, this would not happen. But it's a show. So I kind of let it go. And this part right here, it's a show. You cannot force me. This is not real life. So I already know that Kenya's going to stay, right? Because this is a show. You can't tell a cast member, oh, you not staying here, so you can't participate. Like, Kenya is the main cast member on the show. You just got on the show, and you over here trying to dictate stuff. You know, so their friendship, like I said, you know, I talked all this time. Their friendship, to me, is there's no friendship. Marlo and Kenya's friendship from the beginning has been kind of iffy to me, because, you know, at this point I can't even remember, you know, half the stuff that they've been gone through, because it's been literally so long. Like, Kenya's been on here since like season 5, and Marlo's been on here since I don't know when, ever since Nene been on there. So it's like, I feel like they've been friends, and then, you know, Marlo would kind of take a left, you know, whatever Nene's feeling, she kind of will go with that feeling. You know what I'm saying? As soon as Nene was off the show, now, you know, you like me now. You know, last season or the season before, now you like me. You know, it's just weird. Like, I can't even, like, their French. It's like, it's weird to me, because I'll look at Marlo and Nene's friendship and go, well, this Nene, like, talk about you like a dog. Like, literally have, like, in recent 2022 have said some stuff. You know, you don't deserve the peach. They ain't gonna never give you a peach. Not, you know, you've said that Nene hasn't congratulated you on a peach. And yet you still consider her a friend. Like that's your road dog. Like, you still say, like, you know, she might be this way, but I still love her. But when it comes to Kenya, like, Kenya literally doesn't do anything to you, and you hate her and you despise her. Marlo, you jealous. You ain't gonna hear this at all, but you're jealous, okay? Like, women know. We're not stupid. We're looking at the screen. Everyone's saying online. We see it. You're jealous of Kenya. You cannot stand the sight of her. And we gonna call it. I'm gonna say it. She beautiful. Your ass is not. And that's why you mad. I'm sorry. Like, I'm tired of beating around the bush. Yo, bitch, yo ugly ass can't take that she is so gorgeous, okay? Had a fucked up background like you know, for the most part. You know, she didn't have her mom and some other stuff, you know, happened, you know what I'm saying? Kind of similar backgrounds, not all the way the same. And she done prospered. Miss USA, baby. You know what I'm saying? No matter how much people want to downplay her Miss USA title, but it is a title. And guess what? She's in history. She's in some type of history book. Can you say you are? I can't say I am. I'm in nobody's history book. Okay? So, big ups to her. What are you, Marlo? I didn't even know you till you got on the show. What do you do, Marlo? How do you have so much money, Marlo? And I don't want to hear, you know, that's none of our business. Da, 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 da. No, she came on this show talking about her luxury and this and this. I got this, I got this, I got that. She told us that she sleep with men for money. She said that. And you go back to the episode, and I wish I would have saved the episode, because it was this season. I'm going to have to go back, because I believe it was... I'm going to say 1. I'm going to say the season premiere, she said that. Either episode 1 or episode 2 of season 14. She said she sucked dick for money or something like that. They did a over, how you say it, like a voiceover. But it was her. Marlo said, I suck dick for, like, she said it. For shoes, whatever she said it. And I was just like, so everybody just glossed over that she admittedly said that? So we can stop the questions about what she do for a living. She's a fucking prostitute. She's a whore. She's an escort. Whatever it is, she doing something for money, okay? And she done said it. And I don't need, and no one's gonna gaslight me and tell me otherwise. because she said it. Okay, so Marlo has a lot of things that she needs to worry about instead of Kenya. Okay, but yeah, I don't operate in friendships like that. You say something to me mean and vindictive, like there's no friendship. You know what I'm saying? At a certain point, you don't go low and expect me to get over that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not even a reason to go low at all. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to my friends, like if I don't like something you did, I don't need to say like, bitch, you ugly. Bitch, that's why your ex left you. That's why you single now. You know what I'm saying? Just because, you know what I'm saying, I wanted a bologna sandwich and she wanted a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So she mad. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like, no. You know what I'm saying? I'm a hit below the belt because you don't do what I want. You don't like the way I like. You don't talk to whatever the case is. It's just so stupid. It's just so stupid. Like, what type of friendship like Marlo thinks she has? Like, I'm just so confused. Why she's so confused as to where her friendship with Kenya went wrong. Like, you literally dog her every time she says something. Like, literally. Why do you have this notebook on the table? You know what I'm saying? Can you clean it up? Like, you could say something like that, and she'll be like, "Why the fuck you worried about what I'm doing? Did you worry about your boyfriend, your husband, and what he did? Did you tell him how to act when he talked to you? Like, I mean, she'll start saying stuff that don't even relate to what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, you been feeling this way. And that's another thing. When you get mad with somebody and that person like starts saying something, listen to what they say. Don't get mad. I know you're mad in the moment, but listen to what they saying in that moment. Because they going to let you know they been thinking stuff. And they just blurting it out now. Typically, I've done it before. I ain't going to lie. I've done it before. When I get mad, then I use that opportunity to tell you how I really feel. Yep, I sure do. So I know when people get mad, they really telling you how they feel. So listen to what they saying. Because if they saying they don't like your ass, they probably don't like you. And you should probably move on from that friendship. But the friendship that Kenya and Marlo have, I don't want it at all. Kenya and Candy, that's the friendship I want. They strong, independent. They have opinions, about things. They can have a disagreement, agree to disagree, and still come back together. Like, that's it. Just like in previous episodes. Had a disagreement, they got over it. I don't have to be ugly to you just because I have a disagreement. And that's the thing with Marlo. She's an ugly person. It is what it is. Stop comparing Marlo and Kenya, okay? Because they're not the same. I know you guys try to make them the same. That you try to make them have the same background. No. It's similar. Yes. Kenya grew up without a mom. But she had her dad. She had her grandmother. She had her Aunt Lori. She had people around her still with love. That's why she's prospering, okay? What did Marlo have? Marlo grew up in a foster care. According to her, but then she'll slip up and say, oh, but I took care of my sister and my mother was around. And so when were you in the foster care? Were you in there for a year or two? Like, when I need to know dates with Marlo, because I'm starting to feel like she was in the foster care for like a short amount of time, and she's just using that. Somebody need to look up her background, because I'm starting to think she's lying about things. Okay, but anyway, you guys, that's all I had for that episode. I'll have to dive into friendships a little bit more. About kind of wanted to bring the kind of friendship topic into the Real Housewives of Atlanta, because it kind of went with the topic. But for sure, I will do a deeper dive into the topic of friendships. Okay, so yes, thank you guys for listening to my podcast, episode 2. And again, if you like what you hear, just go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, and share my content. All right, you guys, I will check you guys on the next episode. All right, take care. Bye.